Good afternoon, traders. It's Monday, April 13th. We had quite a weekend of news, so a little bit of a drop on Sunday at Globex Open and kind of recovered itself. I think it eventually did fill the gap, so that's cool. Um, I can't remember such a slow 9:30 to 9:45 period, especially given the news that we had. So that surprised me. But how did you see it from your perspective, George?
It was a painful grind, really.
Yeah.
So we'll kick off here with the ES. Yeah, I personally only did the morning session, trading wise. I was not here for the afternoon, but I'll just kind of show you guys what we had mapped out. So let's zoom back a little bit into the pre-market. So I'd gone back into the pre-market to identify a scenario that had played out here, and it made it right about the rubber band. I think it missed it by like a point. So if you watch the videos attached to the link down below, then you can kind of see how we tend to think about rubber bands and has to holds and so forth. But it had a nice retracement. I think it was right about this time I was back in the kitchen making breakfast for the girls before school started. So I didn't catch any of the downside, nor did I catch any of the upside. I was just MIA for the morning portion there. So let's go fast forward here to when we open the room up. So here's our 920 right here. And realistically, we had talked about decision points and major decision points on the way up. So that was really what we were kind of putting out there at the beginning of the morning. So me personally, I was looking for it to pull back, not so much to take it in a reverse. It was clearly an uptrending market, but I was looking for a better price. And frankly, I just never got it. So I did take it once here at the decision point. I took a short, got a few contracts off, but the rest of them got stopped out. It, of course, then pushed through the decision point we had laid out back at about 9:15 in the morning. So when did that happen? So we got the push, yeah, right about 10 o'clock. And then same thing again. I was hoping, I was like, fine. I didn't mind that it pushed through the decision point. I was looking for a bigger pullback. Hopefully, ideally, the POC and maybe even closer to the 930. Once again, I did not get what I wanted, and the market just ground up. And then we hit another decision point, another hurdle, and then we'd already had targets posted all the way up to right about 68.87, and then the decision point was just right there at 68.90. So here it is right at 12:55. So we're talking what, 3 hours after we had posted this spot, market finally got there. Decent retrace, but they proved out that they were just going to keep on trucking all the way to our big picture has to hold, which is where we are currently at this exact moment. You can see the market's still moving here. So we are right at our big picture has to hold. Just a grind up kind of day. So I often look for the pullbacks myself, even on a grinding up kind of day, because you usually get those occasional wicks that kind of pull people out of the market because they're thinking it's collapsing and I'm just looking for the better price. But nevertheless, I did not get what I was hoping for today at all, even though it did go to all the stuff we had talked about. It just didn't get low enough for me to really enter. NQ, a lot of the same stuff. Pre-market, that one actually hit the rubber band perfect here at about 7:05 in the morning. Nice retrace. And then same deal. Decision points, big picture has to hold. That was really the big key levels that we were focused on today. And let me see. Let me look at my trades here real quick. Yep, I did. I took this one NQ. This is my only NQ trade today. I got it short off the hurdle. So you can kind of tell where my mind was at. I was clearly looking for it to come down further, not for the market to reverse on us, just to get a better price. And so I got a little bit off from the hurdle back around the high mid one. And that was my entire NQ journey. But the market showed me it just kept on trucking, and just was pretty relentless about it. After it got through the decision point here, broke it officially here around about 12:50. This is why we post these things. I mean, again, you can all see the arrow, right? Like it's pointing up. If we break that and just drag our line over, as you can see through the market, it just came back, revisited it, and then up and beyond. Now that we're above the big picture has to hold, we are going to have to wait for Globex, but the next target up here is at looks like 25,665. So yeah, you should probably expect that to get hit during Globex. Yeah, what do you think, Bob?
That's about how I read it too. I just sat back on my hands and watched it climb, and I wasn't about to chase it because anywhere in there, you know, as NQ candles don't look big, but some of those are 60 points. So, you know, if you jump in and chase it, you're going to get stopped out because my stops on NQ are only at max like 30 points for me. So
that's generally how I feel too. Like these days are they can be a little frustrating because we have the projections and we know where the market's trying to get us to. But yeah, when they don't have some kind of pullback, I do kind of feel a little bit like I got to go out and go do something else for a while because otherwise I'm going to inevitably enter at the wrong spot. And I just like, no, I'll just deal with it tomorrow. We'll get a pullback and then we'll try it again.
Yep, for whatever reason, this market just wants to shoot higher. I mean, there wasn't really much good news over the weekend, and it did drop a little bit. You know, I saw Bitcoin dropping before Globex opened, so I kind of figured the market would follow it a little bit. But yeah, by the end of the day, it's like it never even happened. So for whatever reason, this market wants to grind higher. So good for the 401k.
Yep.
Okay, my friend. Well,
yeah, watch this overnight. Watch the big picture has to holds, and that's really all you can focus on for the Globex. We'll see how it plays out in the morning.
Okay. Well, we'll see everybody in the morning. As always, like and subscribe to the channel if you can. Just that little simple act really helps us. You know, YouTube likes channels that get subscribers and likes, and it helps us kind of get the word out, and doesn't cost us anything. So your little click is actually very valuable to us. So please do that if you haven't already done so. And you'll actually get a little notification on your phone when we do videos, and especially when we do these live. So we'd appreciate that. And we got a free trial, free course, free hour training session with George. Lots of free stuff, no obligation. Check out the links below, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks, George.